All right, so this week I thought we could try something different. So I hope you enjoy. Take the opportunity now to adjust your sound because I will try to talk at this level. So turn it up or turn it down if you need to. Oh my God, conspiracy theories. Everyone scream, oh my God, I can't hear you. Okay, so the last few classes we looked at the seeds of conspiracy theories. All right, so we looked at bad news, we looked at negativity bias, we looked at common misconceptions. With those three things, those are some very nice seeds from which we can grow some conspiracy theories. All right, so we're going to look at how to grow conspiracy theories. So you see our little farmer there. He has a nice harvest of conspiracies and conspiracy theories. But first, we need to define what is a conspiracy, what is a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy is a secret plan or agreement between people, between persons. If you are familiar with mafia movies, organized crime, those are conspiracies. Sometimes companies will be caught doing conspiracies to sell certain products at the same price. Okay, so conspiracies are very real. However, conspiracy theory is an explanation for an event or situation that evokes a conspiracy by a sinister or powerful groups. Okay, so sinister means evil. Um, and often people say it is for a political motivation. All right. Often conspiracy theories have unnecessary assumptions of conspiracy. So they say that there is a conspiracy when a more simple, a more probable explanation is probably correct. Okay. Maybe when I go to Leclerc, I say that it's an evil conspiracy that they always have all the pizza in the front because they want to make us fat. Okay, but maybe that's just the best place to put the pizza. So here are our seeds. You see them safely tucked in the soil, just waiting to be fed. So how do we feed our conspiracy seeds? What do we feed them with? Our little seeds are fed by misinformation and disinformation. Of course, there are other things that feed these seeds, but today we are going to look at misinformation and disinformation. First, we have misinformation. Misinformation can be it can be innocent, it can be accidental. People spread misinformation. Sometimes they don't know that it's not true. If you remember the activity on common misconceptions, we can imagine that all of us have told people some misinformation. All right. Disinformation, however, is intentionally spread. Okay. This is when people know they are not telling the truth. They want to share bad, fake, false information. They want to scare people. They want to control something. They may have a lot of different reasons, but the problem is that misinformation and disinformation can have the same effect. And unfortunately, false news travels faster than true stories. Okay? So if I was to tell someone coronavirus was created in a laboratory in China, everyone's share, share, share. But the truth is much more complex, much more difficult to explain, so it can't travel as fast. So if we follow our metaphor, we have our seeds, we have our food, the water, it's the misinformation. But plants need dirt to grow, don't they? All right, so look at our little baby conspiracy. It needs a home. So where is the home? People. People are the home. We are the dirt. Conspiracy theories grow inside of us. If we consider that 99.9% of conspiracy theories are not true or are not plausible, possible, why do we want to grow these? So let's look at some reasons why we grow these. Oh, look at they're just so cute, the little baby conspiracies. All right, so why we want to believe. So often we are searching for control. When a big world event happens, as an individual, we are often powerless. We have no power. But many conspiracy theories will tell us that they can give us power. And instead of being passive, we can be active and we can take control and we won't be like the other sheep. Many big world events seem difficult to understand. They seem random. So people are looking for meaning. In English, we say shit happens. In French, you say c'est la vie. But many people do not like to accept that. They must find a reason. Some events are complex and abstract, so they need explanations that are to them more clear than just chance. Okay, sometimes our family and our friends believe, so we have that social pressure. Oh, yeah, of course, I believe, you believe. Okay, sure. Politics, of course. So people often say that, oh, the left people believe this conspiracy, the right people believe this conspiracy. But in general, both political groups believe conspiracy theories. Some people think that Donald Trump eats babies, and some people think that Hillary Clinton eats babies. But I guess nobody eats babies, probably. All right. and confirmation bias and other cognitive biases. We will talk about this later. Yes, thank you, Buzz. And of course, a distrust of authority. Okay, so right now you guys are like, why the hell are we talking about this? But it's biology, okay? So let's see what the biology is. As always, as we saw the last 2 weeks, it's because we are all cavemen. So 30% of our brain is the caveman brain. So 30%, that's fake. I just made that up, okay? See how easy is that's not a real number. There's no 30%. Okay, but we have our caveman brain. You know, he's running from tigers and he needs to survive, okay? He's so afraid. There's so many things to fear. He needs to come up with ways to survive. So he needs shortcuts. He needs whatever he can to survive. Because if he does not survive, he will not pass on his genes. So I say he because I'm a he. Obviously, I mean he and she. Gender neutral. All right, so now it's video time. So I tried to summarize what the video is going to say, but I was not able to do it better than the lady in the video. So I said, F it, let's have her tell you directly. So this will be like a two-minute video. So listen, and if you don't understand everything, feel free to rewind and watch it again.
You're a hunter out on the plains, bringing home the bacon, not literally, but metaphorically, for your family. When something comes to you, some stimulus, you smell something, you hear something, you catch something out of the corner of your eye, and you have no way of knowing if that stimulus that you have is something to be worried about or something not to be worried about. You can make two correct assumptions in this situation. You can assume that there's something when there's actually something, or you can assume that there's nothing when there's nothing. There are also two incorrect assumptions you can make, and this is where it gets interesting. You can assume there's something when there's nothing, or, say it with me, nothing when there's something. In statistical speak, the first of these is called a type 1 error, and the second is a type 2 error. Those are truly unhelpful names, though. So for the purposes of this talk, I'm going to refer to the first as paranoia, and the second as obliviousness. So let's do some very, very simple game theory. The binary is, there's a bear, versus there's not a bear. Let's start in the top left corner. If you believe that there's a bear and there's no bear, no harm done. If you don't believe there's a bear and there's no bear, no harm done. If you do believe there's a bear and there is a bear, you're prepared for the bear. But if you don't believe there's a bear and there's a bear, well, your oblivious genes don't make it down to the next generation. Since we have no control over whether or not there actually is a bear, it makes sense from a survival standpoint to always assume that there is something to be worried about when there's a stimulus. It's paranoid, but it works.
All right, so as you can see, evolution selected us to be paranoid. Okay, so how do we solve this paranoia? What is included in our paranoia? So humans have a very strong pattern recognition bias. So this is one of the cognitive biases. Pareidolia. We were made to find patterns. So I'm going to show you some pictures, and let's see what patterns we see. So this was actually from Brittany from a couple weeks ago. All right, just some waves, water. Okay, it's natural. All right, I think this is actually from Paris. Do you see anything? A box and a trash can. That's it. All right, here someone had a pastry at the bakery. Maybe you see a pattern? I don't know. Okay. All right, and this is a Google Earth satellite image from Canada. Okay, and if you you can type in those coordinates if you do not believe me to find that Google Earth picture. One thing we really love to see with our pattern recognition brain is, I don't know, this is from Mars. These are rocks on Mars. Maybe somebody sees something. Here's another picture of someone's bathroom sink. Okay, maybe to some of you it looks like something. All right, someone at their house doing work. I don't know, they're cutting some wood. Maybe you see something. Oh, and just some daily household objects. Maybe you see coffee, maybe you see a broom, an airplane, or maybe you see something else. If you are like me, you saw a lot of faces. Our brains love to see faces. That's why some people don't like to wear masks and they don't like seeing people in masks because they want to see a face. Our brains even have a special region of the brain dedicated to recognizing faces. All right? And you can see it's the fusiform gyrus. And it has a scientific name, but I've tried to say it 3 times and I have to keep re-recording, so I'm not going to try. Okay, so maybe you say, well, this is not bad. All right, but we have little Mr. Apophenia. So apophenia is when we make connections where there are no connections. So maybe you saw a face on the rock. So you say, oh no, that face was put on the rock by some evil person trying to do something bad to me. And this is the road to a conspiracy. Apophenia also works not only with visual, but it also works with sound. So we're going to do a test. This is called priming. So the next slide is going to be this song, a little part of this song played backwards. So listen to see if you can hear anything. Now, read the title of the next slide and listen. Okay, so after listening to that, clearly there is an evil message in that song, right? Okay, so that is apophenia. It's just random chance that it sounds like a message, but some people say that it's evil. All right, so next time we will look at how conspiracy theories are made and how conspiracy theories can be taken apart. All right, that's it for today. Take a deep breath. You made it. You survived. Your caveman brain should be happy. I guess you will now have fun with the activity for today. Oh, but wait! I forgot the bonus slide. Oh, you should be so excited. There is a bonus slide. All right, this is going to be great. So, why don't we test your pattern recognition ability? Somewhere on this picture, there is a telephone. I promise. There is a telephone somewhere on this picture. So I will leave a copy of this picture in the documents, and you can circle it, or you can just type a sentence telling me where the telephone is when you find it. Don't cheat. The caveman brain might tell you to cheat, but don't cheat. All right. It is a smartphone. I will give you that clue. It is a smartphone. Good luck.